Okay, real talk. How many of you have written down save $10,000 or get rich on a New Year's resolution list, only to find that notebook in December with absolutely nothing crossed off? Yeah, me too. For 3 years straight, I told myself I was going to be better with money, and for 3 years, I ended up with less in my account and more anxiety at 2 a.m. But here's the thing, it's not that you're lazy, it's not that you lack discipline, it's that you've been taught to set financial goals like you're some kind of spreadsheet robot instead of a human being who actually has to live life. Today, I'm giving you the exact system I used to go from $20,000 in debt to saving my first $50,000, and more importantly, how I actually enjoyed the process instead of white-knuckling through deprivation. This works whether you make $30,000 or $300,000 a year. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a plan that feels less like a diet and more like a game you actually want to win. Hit subscribe if you're ready to stop dreaming about your goals and start hitting them. Let's get into it. So, why do most financial goals fail? It's not the math. Math is easy. It's the psychology. We set these vague, punitive goals. Save more money, stop buying coffee, be responsible. It's like saying be taller. Cool, but how? And more importantly, why would your brain actually care? See, your brain is basically a spoiled toddler. It wants immediate rewards. And traditional financial advice is like telling that toddler, if you don't eat this broccoli now, you'll get a slightly better retirement home in 40 years. The toddler does not care about the retirement home. The toddler wants dopamine now. The other mistake? We treat all goals the same. We think buy a new laptop and save for retirement belong in the same mental bucket. They don't. They require totally different strategies, different timelines, and different emotional energy. So I'm going to show you the three-bucket method: short-term wins, mid-term builds, and long-term freedom. But first, we need to fix how you actually define these goals. You've probably heard of SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. It's fine, it's corporate, it's boring, and it doesn't account for the fact that you're a human being with emotions. I use something called the PACT method, and no, I didn't make this up to sound clever. Okay, maybe I did, but it works. P stands for personal, not what your parents want, not what Instagram influencers say you should want. What do you actually want? A trip to Japan, a safety net so you can quit your toxic job, a camper van? If your goal doesn't make your heart beat faster when you think about it, you won't chase it. A is for automatic. If you have to decide to save money every single day, you will fail. Willpower is a finite resource. We're going to remove decisions entirely. C is for chunked. Big numbers are scary. Save $20,000 makes your brain shut down, but save $83 this week, that's just skipping 2 dinners out. We break elephants into bite-sized pieces. T is for tracked visually, not in a boring spreadsheet, unless you're into that, but in a way that you can see progress. We are visual creatures. We need to see the bar fill up, the jar fill up, the number grow. Write this down. A goal without a system is just a wish, and wishes don't pay the bills. Now, let's get tactical. I'm going to give you specific examples for each timeline, because save money is not a goal, it's a vague intention. Bucket 1, short-term 0 to 12 months, the momentum builders. These are your dopamine hits. These prove to your brain, I can do this. They should be small, specific, and slightly uncomfortable, but not painful. Bad goal, save more money. Packed goal, save $1,000 for a screw you emergency fund in the next 90 days by automatically transferring $84 every Friday. Notice the specificity, the screw you fund, because let's be real, having $1,000 means you can walk out of a job interview if they lowball you. You can fix your car when it breaks. You have options. That's power. Example, my friend Sarah wanted a new laptop. Instead of save for a laptop, she calculated the exact model, $1,299. She set up an auto transfer of $54 per week. Every Friday, she got a notification that her creator fund grew. She bought it in 6 months, cash, no guilt, no credit card debt. Bucket 2, midterm builds, 1 to 5 years. This is where most people get stuck. These goals are too big for willpower but too small to ignore. Examples: down payment for a house, paying off all debt, starting a business fund, wedding fund, career transition cushion. Bad goal: buy a house someday. Packed goal, accumulate $60,000 for a down payment in 3 years by investing $400 a month in a high-yield savings account and redirecting my annual bonus. The trick here, you need separate accounts. Name them, seriously. Go to your bank app right now and rename your savings account to Your Name's Freedom Fund or Tokyo 2026. When you see the name, you feel the goal. When you feel the goal, you don't touch the money. Real example, when I wanted to transition from my corporate job to full-time YouTube, I needed 12 months of expenses saved, not 6 because I knew I'd panic at month 5. I calculated $48,000. That's $1,000 a month for 4 years. I automated it on payday. I never saw the money, so I never missed it. And when I finally quit, I wasn't terrified. I was excited. Bucket 3, long-term, 5+ years, the compound interest zone. This is retirement, financial independence, college fund for kids you don't have yet, generational wealth. Here's the beautiful part. These require the least emotional energy but the most consistency. And thanks to compound interest, where your money makes money which then makes more money, these are actually easier than the other buckets if you start early. Bad goal, retire comfortably. Packed goal, max out my Roth IRA, $7,000 per year, and contribute 10% to my 401k with automatic increases of 1% every January. Listen to me, if you do only one thing after this video, open a Roth IRA. If you're in your 20s or 30s, time is doing the heavy lifting for you. Every $1,000 you put in now is potentially $15,000 to $20,000 by retirement. You literally cannot afford to wait. But here's the key. You don't check these accounts daily. Set them, automate them, forget them. Checking your retirement account weekly is like digging up a seed to see if it's growing. Now, the secret sauce. You cannot budget your way to wealth. You can only system your way there. Here's the flow. Income hits your account, then immediately gets split. Fixed costs like rent, bills, subscriptions, 50 to 60%. Financial goals, the 3 buckets, 20 to 30%. Guilt-free spending, 20 to 30%. Notice I said guilt-free spending. This is crucial. You need money you can waste. Coffee, Uber Eats, random Steam games, whatever. If you don't budget for joy, you'll binge spend in a moment of weakness and blow up your entire plan. Set up separate accounts. I use Chase Checking for bills and daily spending, Ally Savings, named Oh Shit Fund for emergency fund, Fidelity for investment accounts, Wealthfront for high yield for midterm goals. On the 1st and 15th, money moves automatically. I don't think about it. I don't debate it. It just happens. Environment design. Unsubscribe to marketing emails, delete shopping apps, use browser extensions that make you wait 24 hours before buying anything over $50. Make bad habits hard and good habits easy. Before you go, 3 deadly mistakes I see everywhere. 1. Goal hoarding. You cannot save for a house, a wedding, a new car, a startup, and early retirement simultaneously if you make $45,000 a year. Pick 2. Sequence them. You can have anything you want, but you can't have everything at once. 2. All or nothing thinking. I already blew my budget on dinner, might as well spend the whole weekend. No, one slip doesn't erase your progress. If you get a flat tire, you don't slash the other 3. You fix it and keep driving. 3. Keeping up with the algorithm. Stop watching finance bros who tell you to wake up at 4 a.m. and eat beans to save money. Your goals should fund the life you actually want, not the life that looks good on a spreadsheet. If you hate your plan, you won't follow it. Look, money is just a tool. It's the paintbrush, not the painting. These goals you're setting are really not about dollars. They're about freedom, options, the ability to say yes to opportunities and no to bullshit without panicking. Start small. Pick one short-term goal from bucket 1. Set up one automatic transfer. Name that account. Watch it grow for 30 days. That's it. You don't need to overhaul your entire life today. You just need to prove to yourself that you can trust yourself. And drop a comment. What's your bucket 1 goal? Say it out loud. Make it real. Accountability starts now. You deserve a financial life that feels like a safety net, not a trap. Let's build it together. See you in the next one.